If we look at this one, it says find the value of A and the value of B. So I want to find A and B. And so once again, we have to kind of look at this thing and determine what kind of angles we're talking about and then how that kind of affects the arc that we're looking at. All right. And so for this one, the measurement that's given here is this 122 degrees. And that 122 is associated with a central angle right here. This is a central angle because it's at the center of the circle. And the relationship that I have between a central angle and an arc, well, is that they're the same, meaning if this guy is 122 degrees, well, then this guy also has to be 122 degrees. So that's my A value. So A is 122. But now if I take that a step further, let me kind of scribble this out. If I replace this and say, hey, this is 122 degrees, well, now let's talk about B. Well, B represents an inscribed angle this time. Notice, all 3 points are on the circle itself. So angle B is an inscribed angle. Well, the relationship is, well, that angle B is half of that arc, okay? So if that's 122 degrees, well, then B has to be 61 degrees, okay? And so, again, there's that relationship between the central angle being the same, the inscribed angle being half. And notice those two angles end at the same spot. So they have a relationship of being the inscribed angle being half of that central angle, okay? If I look at the next one, same kind of thing as I kind of bounce around this guy. It says find the value of A and the value of B. And once again, the angle that's given this time, always start with what's given. The angle that's given is this guy right here. Well, that's an inscribed angle. And so if this guy right here, the inscribed angle is 42 degrees, well, this guy out here, the arc has to be twice that. This has to be 84 degrees. Okay? So right away, my A value has got to be an 84. And now thinking about the relationship between that arc and the central angle, let me erase all this stuff. Okay, so if that's 84 degrees, now I'm looking at angle B, which is the central angle. Well, the central angle has to be the same as the arc. So if the arc is 84 degrees, then that central angle has to be 84 degrees. So in other words, my B value is 84. And that's it. Okay, the central angle is the same as the arc. The inscribed angle is half the arc.